Welcome back, my friends, to the Predictive Playbook. We start a new week here in Major League Baseball. It's Monday, August 2nd, 2021. And we're going to dive into a couple games, but mainly we're going to take a look at the Marlins-Mets game. But I want to recap some of the things that have been going on in Major League Baseball. We now had the trade deadline come and go, and there was a flurry of activity. I guess more than a flurry, it was a blizzard of activity in that space. And now we have the team set for the rest of the season. And there is no supplemental draft like we used to have, where teams could go out and get more players. They wouldn't be eligible for the postseason, but they could get more players to make that attempt to get into the postseason. And it does not exist at all, thank goodness. But I want to start with some machine learning stuff I did, and I do every single day. And I'm going to show some pie charts here. And the first one is, as of today, this is the this team is the Miami Marlins. I'm sorry, Miami Marlins. I had to look at the chart there for a second. But what this does is it takes 1,111 tweets that have keywords associated with sports betting, the sports betting community, and of course the hashtag of Juntos Miami, which is the official hashtag of the Miami Marlins. And it assesses and identifies positive keywords, negative keywords, neutral, and it gives me a tremendous look at the betting community sentiment before the books could even open up for the game. So what we see here is a situation where Miami has 36.2% of the tweets had positive remarks about the team. 56% were neutral, neither negative nor bad, and only 7.8% were negative. So that's pretty favorable. And I won't get into the calculations that go beyond this, that actually calculate the actual sentiment that goes way beyond number of tickets bet versus the money bet. I have found this tool to be vastly better than looking at that, and that's why I'm going to start presenting it. So then we go to this team, and we have this is Let's Go Mets, hashtag Let's Go Mets. So positive 457, 221 negative, and neutral 433. So now we have a betting community in New York City, mainly Queens, and Mets fans around the country that are 20% negative effectively with their tweets. They're not happy with the team situation. They could be not happy with DeGrom. And I actually create a spreadsheet of these 1,100 tweets that I put into an Excel spreadsheet that makes it very easy to sort and gain even greater intelligence from it than just creating the sentiment. So this is just the beginning of the process of the analytics behind these machine learning tools that I've built in Python, and there's a lot of them. 41% is positive. That's not too bad. 39% neutral. But again, this situation right here definitely favors the Marlins, and I expect that once the starting pitcher for the Marlins is determined, and I believe right now, and I could be dead wrong on this because it has not been official, but Jesus Luzardo, Jesus Luzardo, a left-handed starting pitcher, will be on the hill. But as you'll see in this betting system, it will not matter in the least here, because I think no matter really who starts for Miami tonight, it's going to meet the requirements. And if it doesn't, send me a direct message, and you have any questions, just send me a direct message, and I'll be happy to answer the questions. Or make a comment here on the YouTube channel. And speaking of that, please subscribe and ring the bell. Give us some likes. We want to try to get these likes up to as high a level as possible. So if you like the content and you like the winning picks, which have done quite well on these shows, take a minute, a second, and help me out just a little bit. So the other teams in the National League East, this is Natitude. So we have a chart here where it actually told me right away that I misspelled the hashtags. So that's why I wanted to show this. I only have 22 tweets where somebody actually misspelled the hashtag. So I did that intentionally to make sure that what I'm pulling in is including everything that is related to the Nationals. So this is actually of 22 tweets, actually has some value combined to the full-blown one, which is this one. So you have 20% negative, 23% positive, 56.3. So this is an equilibrium type betting community and fan base. After all, the Nationals were big sellers in the trade deadline, and it makes sense. This makes sense to me that it would be kind of blasé. That Washington, we'll wait till next season, and game to game there may be some shifts in these pieces of the pie, the positive and the negative, reducing the neutral. But I think you're going to see these Nationals just kind of hanging out right here. And then we have, this is Miami a day or two ago. And again, you can see that we've actually improved over the level here. This is current. And this was one that I copied even though the date is there. This was taken last week. And you can see that the amount of negative comments on the Marlins is much less. Positive higher, neutral about the same. So we'll leave it at that for now. But the point of this is that we have a significant advantage in looking for the Mets betting community to dominate betting on the Mets. We're going to get a pretty high level. I wouldn't be surprised if it was over 70% of the money and tickets bet on the Mets in this game. So this gives us a great opportunity to take the Marlins. So let's take a look at this betting system. And here we are. So this is the Marlins versus Mets, 7 o'clock tonight, Monday, August 2nd, 2021. We have Tyler McGill, right-hander. That's pretty much determined by the Mets. And again, I'm speculating that Jesus Luzardo, the lefty, will be on the hill for the Marlins, but I could be wrong on that. So we need to double check later this afternoon, around 5 o'clock Eastern time, to see if the lineups have been released. And I'll be on Manny's Pub Show at 4 o'clock today, Monday through Friday, 4 o'clock Eastern Time with Tony Finn and Rob Vino today. So be sure to check that show out because they get information from a large number of sources that is the best betting information that you can find on the planet. They're friends of mine, so we work together. And it's a pleasure. I wouldn't be doing as well as I am without their resources, that's for sure. So in this particular system here, we are going to bet on home teams. The host has a bullpen with an ERA of 3.75 or lower in the season. The host has a starting pitcher allowing no more than one earned run in each of his last two outings. The host is batting no better than .240 on the season. So we are 60-30 for 67% winning bets, making 31 units over the last 5 seasons. This all tells you to take the Miami Marlins. Once the line is established here, I think it's going to be at least plus 150 is my estimate. But again, take the time to send me a direct message or comment in this YouTube channel, and we'll get it taken care of. And the one thing I am going to tell you right here is that the host has a starting pitcher. It's actually the opponent. So we're betting on a home team that is hosting a starting pitcher that allowed no more than one earned run in each of his last two outings, that being Tyler McGill. And the host is batting no better than .240 on the season. So that's the key factor right there. So it's gone 60-30 for 67% winning bets, making 31 units over the last 5 seasons. Tells you to take the Miami Marlins tonight. And before I let you go, you can see I'm on a 16-6 Major League Baseball win streak. I'm running a special today at Sportsmemo. You can get all 3 of my plays today for $11. I've been selling those for $19 the last week. The regular price, if you bought 3 individual ones, would be somewhere around $57. So I want everybody to be part of this hot streak. And I hope you take the time to get over to sportsmemo.com. Use the link sm.buzz/jr and you'll go right to my profile page, and I will have these plays up around 1 o'clock today for the Saturday for the Monday night card. So I think that'll about do it for today for this show. I appreciate you watching. Again, take the seconds to ring the bell and subscribe for me. I'll be very happy to see that. And until 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for Manny's Irish Pub, and the sportsmemo.com and wagertalk.com, may all the wins be yours.